Hello everybody and welcome to the next and newest edition of Indy's Legacy YouTube channel. So today I wanted to discuss rumors. Rumors about Indy 5's plot more specifically, and we're starting to get the first hints of what really to expect in the long-awaited sequel. And now I just wanted to bring this up, because normally I wouldn't comment on rumors of this nature, but this one just seems a little bit way out there, so to speak. So, I guess I get out with it. This one comes from the website Illuminati. Illuminati has exclusive details, they say, about Mads Mikkelsen and Shawnette Renee Wilson and their characters in terms of their role in Indiana Jones 5. For this, let me just repeat what they said. According to our sources, Mads Mikkelsen will be playing the villain in this new installment of Indiana Jones. His character is described to us as a Nazi scientist enlisted into NASA by the United States government to work on the space agency's moon landing initiative. Shawnette Renee Wilson will be playing Mads Mikkelsen's villain CIA handler, responsible for babysitting the Nazi scientist turned NASA recruit. There will also be a female villain, an evil and brutal killer who will work with Mads Mikkelsen's character. According to our sources, Scarlett Johansson passed on this role initially. So they state that this is going to be set during the 1960s space race, and based on Mads Mikkelsen's character description, and he will be the villain of Indiana Jones 5, which I don't think comes as a surprise to anybody, considering how well known he is for playing villains. What's surprising me a little bit here is also we're seeing some instances of him being hired by the United States government, potentially for his knowledge, despite his war crimes. And this is based on true events that actually happened, that the U.S. government did hire former Nazis after the end of World War II. Because according to Illuminati, it's referencing Operation Paperclip, where former Nazi scientists worked for the U.S. military and helped build up the space program. So, it's interesting that this is based on real occurrences, and so Shawnette Renee Wilson is his CIA handler, who's supposed to be monitoring his situation. Now, I'm kind of wondering how this is going to go. Is he the villain who's being overseen by somebody in the CIA? This tells me that maybe he escapes from the CIA early on, or he's secretly working his evil plan while pretending to work for the CIA. And maybe the CIA hired Indy to help with something, help them find something. After all, Indy did have a long record of service in the U.S. government. They even bring it up in Crystal Skull. They mention his long period of service for the country. And lastly, I want to say that the female villain, that kind of gives me Crystal Skull vibes, because it had a female villain in that one. And don't forget, Elsa Schneider was also a female villain in Last Crusade. So I'm curious how Indy's going to deal with someone who's being described as an evil and brutal killer, especially as he's getting older. I happen to wonder that it's Phoebe Waller-Bridges that's the female villain, but and maybe there's somebody else that hasn't been cast that we haven't yet seen. I can definitely see how Scarlett Johansson would have played that role. It definitely is very interesting. I also want to say that if we're talking about the space race, I know there's a lot of speculation here that, oh, Indy's going to space. Oh no, that's not what I think is going to happen. What I think is happening here is that there's an artifact that has a connection to space. There's lots of funny little things like that out there. For instance, there's something called the Extraordinary mechanism. The plot. I'm not really sure exactly how, but this Extraordinary mechanism was found off of Greece, in northwest of Crete, and it modeled the motion of the sun and moon, and probably all the other 5 planets. Basically an analog astronomical computer. So that's one thing I'm giving as a possibility for the MacGuffin this time. Who knows though? I think that we'll find out soon enough. Oh, sorry. So thank Tom and stay tuned to Indy's Legacy YouTube channel. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in.